when we have a lot of stories, it's easy to see the world in black and white terms. It's this or that, period. It's all or nothing, period. All those people are this way, period. Everyone should be this weight, period. As you pull the stories out, the beliefs that have been so cemented inside of us start to soften. And you start seeing the world in more terms of gray. And you understand that everyone has their own worldview. And your own worldview is not the all and everything. And it's a weird feeling. I remember distinctly the moment I realized people did not see the world the way I saw it. And that sounds so basic. But to have that really sink in and realize how I see the world, like everything, the colors, the way I taste foods, the way I process information, the way I feel about things. No one else on this earth has the same experience about the world as I do. And so how on earth could I even begin to know what is right for someone else? I'm not living in their body and seeing the world through their eyes and their worldview. And that changes everything. I mean, the gray of opinion becomes so clear. It's not black and white anymore. It's gray. Gradients of gray constantly. And it's kind of odd because it's hard for me to debate with people, for instance, about opinions I actually might have strong opinions in my own head about, and maybe to really close friends. But if someone really asks me to defend my opinion, like on a world issue, for instance, I can, to a degree, but I see everyone's side so much, I'm not a very good debater. Because I'll say, well, because of this, although, well, I guess when I think about it, that, plays a part too. It just doesn't work for debating. But I like it because it opens my heart. It opens my heart so much more to other people's experiences, other people's views of the world, other people's beliefs. It allows me to have compassion for people who are maybe more stuck in ways of thinking, and I'll go, gosh, they're seeing the world through a very different lens than I am. Maybe mine's more of a kaleidoscope. It's very pretty because it's changing all the time. It's not a solid, this is how things are. It's this gorgeous mosaic of reality. And I like that it changes. Because the more I live on this earth, the more I know one thing, and that is everything changes, including all of us, including you. And so when we say, I'm a depressed person, I'm always depressed, I've always been depressed. Yes, but you know what? That can change. Or if we say, there's always fighting between this group and that group. Always. Always has been, always will be. That's not necessarily true because everything changes. And it can change in a moment. And you can change in a moment. Something happens inside your thoughts. Something happens inside your heart. When you start pulling the story out, you can change in a moment. Memories change when you change in that moment. Everything behind you, everything in front of you will change in that moment. And it's totally possible. And if you think about ways you've thought in the past or acted that you feel maybe ashamed of, embarrassed about, and you don't do them anymore, you changed. And that means the people that may have hurt you in the past, they may have changed too. They may have had their ahas and they may have grown. And when I sometimes reconnect for whatever reason from people from my past who I felt harmed me, I am so very often blown away how much they have changed, how much they have matured and grown, and their hearts have grown, and there are apologies made, and the same goes for me. And I reach out and I apologize too, because we all grow. We all change, and it's possible. Nothing is solid. The story does not have to stay there. So that's the daily insight today. Just observe your stories. Observe the fact that you see the world in your particular way, and no one else sees it that way. And when you start noticing that, everything starts changing.